Doing good. As I have told you, okay, I'm going to help you through these lab problems. Okay, thanks for posting your questions in the document. I'm going to work on this particular lab 18 problem 4, which you have uploaded over there. Okay, the basic aim of this particular video is to make you guys think around the problem before you solve it. Okay, so first of all, we'll try to understand what has been given, then we'll write the code. Okay, so here if you see that you are a marketing lead. Okay, you are a marketing lead in a company and you want to recruit new employees in your team. Okay, it consists of 10 members. So this is the important thing you need to observe here in the code. Okay, so there are 10 employees. Later you select the employees based on the 5 parameters. Okay, there are 5 parameters. We don't know what they are for time being: a, b, c, d, e. Okay, for each parameter they are giving the values 1 to 10. Okay, so assume that at this level the parameters are like completely vague: A, B, C, D parameters. But I can assume that what are the parameters here? Okay, the parameters can be time management, work ethics, communication skills, project execution, and team collaboration. Okay, here for the first thing, okay, first parameter, this is the value. Means that is like for parameter B, this is the value. C, this is the value. D and D. E, like that. Okay, how we are going to select the employees? One criteria has been given. Okay, you are given with the average value of these parameters for the current team. There are 10 members in the current team. For 10 members you will get the average values, and you also have the scores of the new candidate. So whenever new candidate comes, you will take his values for all these parameters, then you are going to compare them. Okay, next, you recruit a person only if their scores do not reduce the average score of more than 2 parameters. At this level, already we are having the average scores. With this new guy, if that average is reducing for more than 3 parameters, more than means here more than 2 means at least 3. Okay, then 3, 4, 5, then 3 or 4 or 5, that candidate should be rejected. That is the logic. Okay, next, as an input, we are going to have two lists. Means there is a collection data type that you are going to use over here. First one is average scores of the team members for the 5 parameters. Okay, there are 10 members. Second is the score of the new employee. Totally good. Okay, so with this one, basically, we got 50% of what it is basically means. From this one, I'm going to get one number here. I'm understanding some range of values are there. I'm understanding the type of data structure that I need to use, that collection data type. Okay, what I need to consider as an input. Next, the output, how they are expecting the output. If the new candidate does not reduce the average of more than 2 parameters, then he will be selected. Otherwise, he will be rejected. That is how it's going to work. Okay. Yeah. Next. So with that one, maybe we're getting 50% of the problem statement we understood. The remaining 50%, we're going to get the clarity with this particular thing. Okay. So this is the sample input and corresponding output for those inputs. Okay. Next, we'd like to understand this particular problem in this way. This is the team average. Okay, for the time management. So for 10 members, the average is 10. For work ethics, 5. For communication skills, 6. For project execution, 9. Team collaboration, 7. For the new candidate, the time management is 10. Work ethics is 9.8, 7.2, 1.66, and 4.3. So these are the corresponding values. So how I am going to decide on the selection part? So this is the value, the average value. How many are there? 10. Then what might be the um, total value for those 10 people when it comes to the time management scores? Here I have done the basic calculation. Just see. So already for these particular things, right? So average is 8. 10 members are there. Obviously, total will become The 10 multiplied with 8. So 80 that I am getting. Similarly for 4. Okay. So this is like the new average. So this is like the new average I am having here. So what is this new average? Upon addition of this particular guy, the total will become 81, right? Then how many objects will be there? Total how many employees will be there? 11. Then what is the average? 7.36. Okay. So here my original average is 8. Upon his addition, my average is reducing. So then I will count this one as one parameter where he is contributing for the reduction of the average. Next, the value is 4. 10 members are there. Total will become 40. Okay. So this is what we have done. So like this 40 upon his addition, the new total will become 41.1. So new average will become 3.73. Similarly for particular 6, total value will become the 61.2 and total employees are 11. Then this is the average. So original average for the 10 employees is 6. Upon his addition, the value will become 5.5636 like that. Okay. So this guy is contributing to the reduction of the existing averages. For minimum, how many are there? He should not contribute for the reduction of averages more than 2. It means 3 or 4 or 5. If he is contributing for at least 3, then we should reject them. Okay. As a team lead, you are going to reject that particular guy. Okay. Now, we'll try to implement the logic. So what you need to understand from this particular thing is that you should know how to access each and every element. And also observe that here the data is in string format, so that you should know how to convert that one into integer or float. Because the candidate is having the float values, so you should proceed with the float type. Okay. Now, upon understanding this basic thing, right, we are going to write implement the logic. Okay, for this particular thing. Now, I'm having these two. One way is that directly consider these as integer values, the float values, then it will be all right. First, how I'm going to get these values. Okay, for I in the range of how many values that I need to get total, whatever is the number of parameters that is having. Okay, those many values I can get through the length. Okay, next, first we'll verify whether we are getting those values or not. Okay, how to get this one? Every time, this is how we'll access the element, right? Using indexing concept. Okay, so this is how, see what is showing invalid syntax. Let us see. Print team average I, candidate I. These are the candidates for I. Oh my god, yeah, this is the mistake. So here you can observe where it is in this area. It is pointing this one, right? It is pointing in this one. It's not indentation error, it is a syntax error, means I have violated the rules. Yeah. Okay, now I'm able to access these values. Okay, because they are in string type, I need to convert them into the float or integer. Because few values are of the float, so obviously I'm going to consider all the type of this data. I am going to convert these values into the float. Okay, I'm going to make this one into comment form because I don't want that in my output. Okay, so I want to calculate the total, existing total and the new total. Okay, what is the total value? First of all, this is the total, right? How to calculate the total here? Team average. My God. Team average. This is the team average, right? I'm going to multiply this one with the 10 so that I will get the existing total. Okay. It is like X total. Means I can write it in a single line, but I'll try to understand how it's going to work. Okay. I'm going to multiply this value with this particular thing. For the existing, based on the existing team averages, first of all, we'll try to get all these X totals, whatever the calculation that I have done above. Okay, I'll try to see. Means we are trying to do it line by line. Yeah, these are the new totals. We got it right. Let me keep this one into inform. What will become the new total? Then new total is what? X total plus float value of this particular candidate value. Okay, we'll try to get this. So you got it right. Let me see how these new totals are going to be. So now we are getting that 81, 41.1, the same thing, whatever I have calculated over here. I'm getting the new total. I don't want to print this. Okay. Upon getting the new total, what is the main aim here? I need to calculate the average. Already I have the old average. I'm going to calculate the new average. What is the new average? New total divided by 11, because this candidate is a new one. Upon his addition, I want to see the new average. Okay. So this is going to be like the new average. So let me print both values together. Okay. I want to print so that we can observe the values over the team average for this particular index value. And I want to see the new average also. Okay. New average value also I want to see. Ah, if you observe here, this is the old average, X average. This is the new average. I want to count for how many of these old average and the new average, how many times he is contributing to reduce the value of the existing average. One, two, three, four, almost all. When this count is more than or equals to 3 or else more than 2, I should reject that particular candidate. Okay. So basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to compare, okay, this particular guy. Okay. I'm going to compare this new average, with what? This old average. Okay. I'm going to compare these two values. Then if it is lesser, I'm going to count it. How many times is going to be less? Eligibility count. I want to make that eligibility count I'm going to maintain. Whenever it is less than the existing average, I'll consider that one as one count. So for that one, I need to maintain one variable outside with a 0. Okay. So upon doing this one for each and every value, it will do this one. First, it will take this value. It will calculate the total, X total. It will calculate the new total upon addition of the candidate value also. Then it will calculate the new average by considering the 11 members. If that new average is less than the existing average, then I'm going to maintain a count. Okay. Here I will write if that the count is greater than 2, it means 3 or 4 or 5. Okay, not 3, it is 2. What I'm going to do, uh, I'm going to say that, yeah, I'm going to reject that Getler guy. I want to say you are rejected. Else, say that you are selected. So this is the logic that we need to implement in order to solve this particular problem. You understand this particular thing, right? So this is how we need to think around the problem. First of all, we'll see. I'll execute this. Here I'm not going to print anything, right? Yeah. Let me reduce. So the expected value here is that he got rejected. But if you want to see how many um, times he is contributing to the reduction of the total averages, that count we are getting here. Okay. If you want to print it, I want to print that value also print. Mm, I'll count. Keep 6 times. I'll count 6 times 6 parameters. Parameter values are being reduced. Parameter average values are being reduced because of this guy, this candidate. 5 parameters rejected. It's good, right? It's good. Now, the same code I'm copy pasting here. I will try to work on this one because here the expected output is select, right? Here, let me change the inputs. Got stuck. Let me wait. Okay, yeah, we got stuck. Just wait. Okay, yeah, let me change these values. Okay, here we are expecting, yeah. So here, 2 parameter average values are being reduced because of this candidate. So it's all right. It should not be more than 2. That's why this guy is selected. Okay. So this is how slowly we need to build the logic based on the question. Okay. Upon understanding this particular question and having some extra information for this particular question and having a basic idea about what to do, okay, the internal logic after thinking about this, we need to write the code because here I have written all these are the extra lines. Okay, I don't need these things, right? Then code will be reduced just to showcase what is the intermediate results only. I have implemented that one. Okay, like this you can solve more problems by thinking around the problem. Thank you so much. I'm going to help you with the remaining problems also, whatever you have uploaded in that particular document. Thank you.